All Ebony David Elliott custom Q, just into our inventory here at Crossroad Qs. This Q is not new, but it has only had light play, and the maple shaft is still new. So the butt itself, all ebony. So you have 4 ebony into ebony points. My question is, where are my LSU Tigers fans out there? Because what David did with the veneers would definitely be a good marriage for any of my people down in Louisiana. Where's those Baton Rouge people at? Actually, this would be a cool cue for anybody. But it does have the yellow and purple right there, LSU Tigers colors. And of course, there's nothing quite as sexy as all ebony. So ebony butt sleeve, ebony forearm, light play. There's a few minor marks at the bottom of the butt cap right here. No big deal. That wouldn't bother me a bit. The butt sleeve itself is nice and clean. There's no dents or dings in the forearm. It's also nice and clean. Just minor marks at the bottom of the butt cap, and I think there was just a couple that you can barely see at the joint. But clean overall Q. The client of ours that we purchased this from had bought it brand new from David Elliott. And for those of you that don't know, not only are you getting a really good made Q here, good quality, good craftsmanship, and a good price, you're getting something here that is made in the Chris Nitti'S shop. So David Elliott, of course, is a long-term apprentice, protege, and now a Q maker of his own under the master Q maker Chris Nitti'S from Orlando, Florida. David is also related to Chris, but he has worked with Chris Nitti'S for a very, very long time. You can see a lot of similarities in their designs, in the ring work. The playability is going to be just the same thing. I mean, they hit just like a Nitti'S. They look like a Nitti'S, except for this says an E at the bottom of it instead of being a Chris Nitti'S. But they're made on the same machines. They're made with the same woods, the same material, and the same type of work ethic and craftsmanship that you get out of a Nitti'S Q. Chris won the Q Maker of the Year award at the Super Billiards Expo a few years back. And David Elliott is always with him. Actually had his own display of Qs this year at the Super Billiards Expo. So I said all that to say this. David, who makes a great Q on his own, his prices are extremely reasonable. If this was a Nitti'S Q, the price would be much higher, and you'd also have to wait if you were to buy one brand new a lot longer than what David's current wait list is. And I expect his will be just as long pretty soon. All ebony, straight as an arrow, by the way. Look at that. You got no variation at all at the nose. Very, very sleek. What makes this really special, though, is the butt on this is 14.9. It's got a forward balance, okay? So it kind of feels like it's heavier than 14.9, if that makes sense, because of the forward balance. And the balance point's a little bit above the middle of the wrap. So I always like to give you guys and girls a perspective. A little above the middle of the wrap, right there's your balance point. So it's got a nice natural forward balance. You guys know that I love the hit of ebony. But what makes this one special, because he cores, okay, it's cored with maple. So an all ebony butt would be like, you know, in the 16s or 17 ounce range. But because it's cored for stability, durability, weight control, and consistency of the hit, you end up with a butt that's going to have a nice solid hit, a sleek look, but the weight is reasonable. Again, 14.9. You could add weight to this. Maybe you like a 15.5 Q or even a 16. You could always add weight to this Q. Nice leather wrap. Again, new maple shaft. This Q itself has only had light play with another shaft. The maple shaft is 13 millimeters, 3.8. So David Elliott Q, made with the same equipment, same material, in the same shop as the master from Orlando himself, Mr. Chris Nitti'S. This one's going to sell real fast. It's definitely tough to get an all ebony Q made like this for the type of price that we're offering this for. And if you ever are wondering what's the price, take a look, somewhere on the post. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be listed below. If you're on Facebook, it's going to be listed. Or the cue will eventually be on our website unless it sells first. You can see all of the information on our website, crossroadcues.com. Always check in with us. Give us a text, give us a call, or hit that contact form on the website to make sure that it is still available. I have not had an all ebony cue made like this in this type of price range for a long time. Get it while it's hot. First come, first serve. crossroadcues.com.